Yo, what's up, guys? It's Pwn Star for Hire here. I'm bringing you a special treat right now. Why it's special is because it's one of the worst games I've ever played on Black Ops. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong in this game, including with my spam grenade. I just wasn't meant to be. This is one of those games where, it's just a slap in the face to remind you that despite how good you think you are at this game, you could still get bested. And as you can tell, the things that I noticed in this game that went wrong, number one, none of my knives literally connected. I was getting outplayed by a gun that I know doesn't have range and accuracy and as much strength as a gun does. Like the Olympia, for example, it's not as strong as these guys get. There are two guys in this game. I get killed by the Olympia over half of my deaths. I have never been killed by the Olympia combined in my whole YouTube fucking gaming career. And I get straight up worked by the Olympia this whole game, from crazy ranges, one-shots. I've used the gun before. I know what it's capable of. There's no way in hell that I ever get, consistent one-hit kills with this gun. But these guys just straight up, just turn on me, do everything, dude. They just straight buckle me. And so I got outplayed quite a lot from the Olympia. It was just bad timing, Every time I ran into them, I was literally in their face. And even though the Scorpions are great up close combat guns, and, host was a factor. I'll be completely honest. Host was a factor. Not for them. I wasn't saying those guys had host. They were on a 2 or 3 bar just like us, but it was obviously affecting us. And I don't know if it was actually helping increasing the, range and usefulness of the gun, but they were definitely getting the best of me. I think I go like 45 and 31 in here. We had the win for the longest. They end up coming back and holding us off because we were all just trying to revenge kill. And just as much as this game was bullshit, it was my fault for going back to the same place and making many mistakes. I was playing as bad as possible, and I was just getting ran over. I was getting so mad, and I was just kind of in I don't give a fuck, which is the biggest mistake you guys can make. If you get beat out by a guy 3 times, instinct is you just get mad and you keep doing it. You just don't give a fuck. You don't think, hey, let's play it smart, let's take a breath. You think, God damn it, I'm going to get this motherfucker. And that was my mistake, is that I just kept doing that. And I know these guys weren't good, and I was just getting bested. It was just, the right moment. I was in the right range every time I encountered these guys for these guys to pump me. And even though I got first shot and I was shooting them with the Scorpions, I was putting way too many bullets in them to kill the guys for the first part, and they were getting one to get me, which was so frustrating to me. And, despite what was happening, it's just really, really frustrating. I was trying, the game wasn't great. I mean, I didn't go negative. I've only gone negative twice in my whole Black Ops career, and that was like back-to-back with the MP5 after I prestiged. I didn't have a good enough class for the map, and they got the better of me, and it was just really, really frustrating because no matter what happened, I just kept getting killed by the Olympia, and I'm aware of how good the Olympia is, and the fact that I got killed by it. If it was the Spaz or Stakeout, I wouldn't have cared because I know that it's a good gun. Whereas the Olympia is one of the worst guns in the game, and it's just discouraging to know that I was getting my ass handed me to this. But at the same time, because I was dying so much by the gun, and because it was being used in a one-shot kill scenario, and I wanted to upload this for you guys because it's rare to see somebody doing this well with the Olympia, whether or not it's skill or luck or host or no matter what it is. And at the same time, I wanted to post up a video to show you guys that, even though, you might be used to me doing 65 and 4, 81 and 2s and shit like that, that I'm still human and I'm capable of having bad games. And, I was thinking about eventually making up, not necessarily a series, because these games very rarely happen. I really, really do not do this bad. It's like 1 in 100 games, and I generally carry a 3, 4, 5 KD like almost every game I play on Domination. And it's a random moment where I had to go ahead and upload this because of the fact that it was so bad, but I also wanted to maybe put up some of these videos that happen so rarely, maybe put them up occasionally to let you guys know what I did, what mistake I made. I kept taking this route down here, and they were always, every time, I failed to remember. I knew, but I wanted to try to beat them at it. I knew they were going to be there. Every time I walked in that fucking door over there on the left side in between C and, the C walkway, every time I went in there, there's always contact there. And that was my only downfall. So not only was I dealing with guys out killing with the Olympia when they shouldn't have been, from ranges that they shouldn't even be hitting me, let alone killing me, I was also getting, outplayed. They had second chance. They had, everything bad that could go wrong did happen in this game. So I was getting killed by second chance, RPGs. It was just horrible timing, guys. And, there's not really much more I can do about it. You'll just see. You'll see a moment where one of them goes into second chance and basically ass punches me and kills me with his knife. And it's just, I get outplayed, and then another guy decides to pull out his spaz silenced, and then I pull out the stakeout. And it's just one of those games that gets so hectic and so crazy. You don't know what's going to happen, and you just got to try to make the best of it. And at the same time, I will be straight up honest for you guys. When I'm trying to get gameplays, I back out of many, many games. Like White Boy, for example, is notorious for it. He rage quits like every game. I don't know what it is. He's got like a 0.1, 0.10, win-loss ratio. I've got a 0.6, which is not good at all. But, literally what we do as commentators is we spend lots and lots of time, not necessarily to find the right lobby, but just to get the right role. You get the right rush, you start getting confidence, you start seeing how they're playing, and the right game could start off, and you could get the right kind of kills and rush and everything like that, and it could turn out phenomenal. And that's what you got to look forward to. And that's what it comes down to is I'll be straight honest. I back out of a lot of games. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. I win the majority of the games that I do play, which is just saying a lot more because my win-loss is so low. It just shows how much I back out of games. And it's to try to get gameplays for you guys, not anything bad or anything like that. But I rarely do rage quit. Now, if I do rage quit, it's probably because the whole other team's using second chance, or it's going to come down to me getting noob-tubed. That's usually the only time I rage quit, because I'm not going to stay in a lobby where I deal with shit like that. It just drives me nuts. I don't mind getting RPGs, but noob-tubed is something else. It just really frustrates me. I don't know why. But hey, that's my personal opinion on the fact and the matter, and I just wanted to upload this for you guys to let you guys know that no matter how good you think you are, no matter who it is, X-Jaws, Marka J. I've seen Marka J go negative, so despite how great you think we are, we do have average games or bad games. We're human. We're gonna make mistakes. No matter how polite and content you are, you're gonna find a moment where you rage and your thinking is completely out the door. You start, anything could be wrong. You could be, sexual tension. It could be anything, and you could be thinking wrong. You're not thinking. Your head's not in the game, and it could just completely throw off whatever's going to happen. And that's just a big downfall. And there's nothing much you can do about that. The best thing you should do is just back out the game. Pick up the sticks an hour later, take a break. That, or just realize what's going on, go sit in a corner a couple minutes, and just get your thoughts back together. I mean, there's not much more you could do. It's not something I could teach you guys. The best I could do is just let you guys know that it's something you could be aware of. If a guy is killing you 3 times in a row in the same area, don't go back to that area. As much as you want to get back there and show him that he ain't shit, you can't do it because, odds are, who knows, there could be another 2 or 3 guys there with him by the time you get back there. Just tons of things get involved there. And like I said, just anything that could go wrong in this game did. And, I just want to thank you guys for watching this video, as well as if you guys are unaware of what's going on right now, there's obviously been a big disaster in Japan right now. Lots of people, lots of families are affected. And I really want you guys to go ahead and check that out right now, because it's monumental. It's just something that's just so devastating. Lots of families and people are missing. They don't have cell phone service over there. I've been talking to my buddy, my best friend, he's in the Navy. He's stationed over there in Japan right now, and he's telling me what's going on, and it's hectic. So if you guys can, find an aid or relief that you can donate to help them out, because this is not only going to affect them, this is affecting many countries, many people. I believe it's already, coming towards Hawaii and everything. So there's going to be lots of damages, lots of people, lives, and valuables lost. And it's time for us as a country, as a world, to come together and try to help people, because this is not something that anybody could have predicted and foreseen. This is just natural disaster at its best. It's Mother Nature just shitting on us, and I don't really know what else to say on the subject, but I want to thank you guys for watching the video, and let me know if, like up the video if you guys want to see more of these where, I do bad, which, I can't say they're going to be up on a consistent basis, but, I know they do happen occasionally, and when they do, I can go ahead and put them up and let you guys know what I did wrong, and maybe perhaps encourage you guys or teach you guys to do something different so you don't have to deal with that. But, that's just my personal opinion on the matter. Yes, we do end up losing this game, the victory for the longest. But at some point, they just completely overwhelmed B and locked us out of it. They started RPGing and everything like that. And we had the Blackbird up, and despite as much as I wanted to, there were so many opportunities for me to take B, but because I was alone on it by myself, I decided to take the decision to go ahead and try to just keep them off the spawn. That was the only chance of us taking B, and that's a decision I tried to make, because they were flooding in at the right pace, at the right time, all of them together. They were overwhelming me. And had I had the 74U or something like that, I would have been able to hold them off, but there's not much I could do. I couldn't take B solo. The game was coming to an end. I did all I could in this game, guys, and it wasn't enough. But that's what happens when you don't play with people you know, and it's just a random sacrifice you guys have to make. So let me know if you guys want to see more of these. Obviously, this is coming to an end, and one last time, I want to thank you guys for listening and watching. And if you can, go support anything that's going on in Japan and any other country right now. They need us right now. So, our thoughts and prayers are with everybody that's over there. And I want to thank you if you have done anything for them, because it's like I said, it's affecting a lot of people and a lot of loved ones. So thanks again, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video, even though I didn't. I'm pissed at watching it again, let alone knowing that I just played it a day ago. It's so frustrating. But, fuck the Olympia. Enough said. Thanks for watching, guys.